So I don't know about you, but I think Elon Musk just came out against remote ID. Let's talk about it. All right, everybody, this is not our usual format at AZ Drone. Normally, we're talking about building our small drone businesses, different applications for drone flight, those types of things. Today, we're talking about a news item because I think it's an important enough news item to get the drone operators community together. Now, recently, Elon Musk came out against some of the accounts on Twitter tracking flights. What we're looking at right now is ADS-B, and we're looking at active flights in the Prescott area. So I figured, hey, let's pull up our local stuff and see some of the planes flying around. Now, just yesterday, Elon Musk banned multiple accounts on Twitter for doing live tracking of flights. Specifically, he didn't like the fact that someone was tracking his private plane. So top stories looking this morning. Elon Musk banned flight data on Twitter. And then we've got experts' reactions to Musk's flight tracking Twitter bans. And Musk bans Elon Jet, says legal action is coming against the owner of that. So we've had this public information for a while. ADS-B has been around for a bit. And in the drone community, we also know that remote ID is coming very soon for us. And it's actually less than a year away. Now, we here at AZ Drone, we're all set with what's going on with remote ID. We'd like to see some changes with it. But if this is what we have to do in order to do our jobs, so be it. But I think Elon Musk just made probably one of the arguments that we've all had for quite a while. So why did Musk ban this? I've highlighted one section. This is from the Register. There are, of course, multiple articles about this, but I just highlighted this section because this sounds like some of the arguments against remote ID for drones. Okay, here we go with the quote. The Tesla tycoon proclaimed along with that tweet thread that any account doxing real-time location info of anyone will be suspended as it's a physically safety violation. This includes posting links to sites with real-time location information. Now, there's a lot of other sites too. I can, walk into the grocery store and pop up something on Discord or on Twitter and somewhere and say, hey, I'm at the grocery store, lines are long. Well, that's real-time information too, isn't it? So how far does this go? We don't know, but let's keep it focused on drones right now. So bottom line for Elon and for Twitter, by the way, Twitter is not something that I use regularly. I've never been a fan of the site, but it is one of the biggest social media sites out there. And this is high impact information, I think. So in the end, if we're giving away somebody's physical location, that could be a physical safety violation. Those of you who are strongly against remote ID, we've all made that argument. I've made that argument for the jobs that I do as well. So we've got lots of reactions to this, and here we go. ADS-B exchange has been suspended on Twitter. And this is from one Reddit article. The Reddit article is very interesting, and some not so nice words on here, so we'll just leave it up at that. But in the meantime, for those of us who are drone operators, we are going to be subject to remote ID very soon and tools like Drone Scanner here. So Drone Scanner would be downloadable by anyone. So my neighbors, other people in town, they could download Drone Scanner and they can see where my drone flights are occurring if we're within range. We also have one of the new tools that everyone's been talking about is the Drone Tag Mini. And this is probably going to be the remote ID device that I buy for my business so that we're compliant and can continue doing our businesses. But this leads to the big question with Twitter and Elon Musk. So drones being tracked and the drone operators who are in control being tracked, where they're flying from, could be argued as a personal safety violation. So maybe this won't change the FAA's mind, but here's a big question for you. On Twitter, if someone were to put a link up to the Drone Tag Mini or other remote ID tools out there, That is giving away my real-time information of where I'm located. Does that violate Twitter's new policy? Does that mean that nobody could put a link up to check out where I'm at on Drone Mini or Drone Tag Mini or Drone Scanner? Because this is freely downloadable, right? So people should be able to get the real-time information on where Rich is flying, you know, what he's doing for his construction clients. And same with the Drone Tag Mini. Scrolling down here for Drone Tag Mini, sorry about that, Drone Tag Mini, get it on Google Play, get it on the App Store. This is free, so people can then track my activities while I'm doing my job, right? So, will Twitter disallow people linking things to show where my drone is? It's one of the biggest social media platforms out there. And if we're going to be consistent with what Elon Musk said here, then I think remote ID would not be welcome on Twitter. Once again, any account doxing real-time location info of anyone will be suspended, as it is a physical safety violation. And this has been one of the arguments against remote ID. Now, I don't mind remote ID at all, and we can have a conversation about that. What I do mind is it being publicly accessible. So if the FAA wants to track where I'm at, if local law enforcement wants to track where I'm at, I am totally cool with that. We have had just a few minor incidents with people checking out what we're doing on job sites. And the most disturbing one was a person coming down while I was doing work on a construction site that was nowhere near their property, but they still came down to have a conversation with me to make sure that I wasn't shooting into their home. So it wasn't a horrible situation, but at the same time, now when we have a drone up in the air, people can track us down very easily with remote ID. So does that mean Twitter will ban any accounts sharing remote ID? I guess we'll have to wait and see. And I'd love to hear your reactions on this. This is, like I said, not normal for our regular format, but I thought that this story was interesting enough and closely related enough to where we're going with remote ID with drones that I had to bring it up here on channel. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. Is Elon Musk going to allow remote ID links, or would remote ID, at least the linking, be banned from Twitter? All right, everybody, that's all I've got today. I'm looking forward to the conversation on this because I think it really does kind of cross over here into our situation with remote ID and what Twitter is doing about any accounts connecting to the ADSB exchange and other similar websites.